when you're listening to songs talking about raping women, when you're when you're watching films, when you're watching all this. Oh, have you not? I could show you.
Guys, I think it's what I think is interesting here is how like you use very minute kind of anomaly like situations that are far out of the norm to justify very extreme beliefs.
I don't think so. I think I could say whatever I wanted and you would never agree because you've got different opinions.
And two, you seem to avoid accountability at every level.
Oh, what?
I haven't heard you make. Okay, for example, you say if Pearl says, so for example, your housing, this alleyway thing you're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And if anyone says maybe you could move somewhere else, you could do it this way, that. You seem to always look for a reason to not have control, agency over these situations. Pearl, do you have something
like why is it victim blaming to say where you're at in life is your own fault? It's based off the choices you're making. At 18, one thing, but you're 32, you're a grown woman. Yeah. You've had over a decade to make good choices. Yeah. And if you're on government housing and you've made poor decisions to get there, like that's on you.
You know you can't pay. You know it's not all subsidized. You do know that, don't you? So over here,
I told you I don't understand.
So you're kind of almost going with like a narrative that it's all paid for. You don't know that.
Do people that make good financial decisions end up on this government housing typically?
It all depends their life. You don't know. Of course, but there's going to be.
No, the answer is no.
You can do if you're trying to scam the system.
Okay, so typically, I'm just asking. Okay, just in the room. You guys are from here. Typically,
no.
Say again?
Do people that are on the housing that she described typically make good financial decisions?
No.
You have people in new development government housing and they're trying to ladder up and buy the housing, but
no, they don't.
It's not really.
Let's just be honest.
So
they don't.
Probably made some poor choices to get here.
I should tell you what it was. I moved out young. That was why, and it kind of set me back a little bit because I moved out young. So you're facing, and this is where I get annoyed because.
But you've had over a decade.
No. You're again. This is the thing because from what you've said, if I was to go home tonight, get a bus, go down an alleyway and get brutally raped, your answer would be, well, you should have done something to not put yourself in the alleyway. But that is what you basically said. And that is bollocks.
No, I would say press charges, but
But they never get done.
That's not necessarily true.
It is.
I mean, there are many situations where women have falsely accused men of things and they have gone to jail for it.
That's just a narrative. That's a narrative to take away for the fact of how many people are raped and how many people don't go to prison for it. It's easy to say, but false allegations.
Okay, I'll give you an example. There was a guy in the U.S. He was in college, and a girl said that he raped her, or that he raped her, right? And then they released security footage of her pulling him back to the dorm, kissing him. He was pulling away from her. She still kissed him, pulling him back to her dorm, and he still got kicked out of college because
That's terrible.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I'm saying to you, that's terrible. I'm not saying he deserved that.
I'm saying, what I would say is there are situations as a woman you should try not to put yourself in,
and
some are unavoidable.
You have a son,
and you have,
and I'm saying, sorry, I'm not. Okay, you have a son. Mm-hmm. There's women out here that actually lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say one day
100%.
A woman says da 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 da. You're going to believe the woman over your son?
I would find that one hard. It all depends on the sort of man. No. But listen, it all depends on the sort of man that I raised. Do you see what I mean?
No. You might feel like you raised that man, but you don't know him outside.
Could you? I ask you a question though. Say if I said to you now, someone raped me, would you? And it turns out I'm a liar, right? I've lied about it all. Wouldn't you? Do you not? As much as lying about it is terrible. Oh shit! As much as lying about it is terrible. Isn't being a rapist worse?
Yeah.
What? There we are then.
Yeah, but
hold on. Well, how's that? I don't understand that.
Actually,
hold on. So she lies, but it's worse that she could have been telling the truth.
No, not at all. You're twisting it to make it seem that
explain
is.
It to me.
Like if a man is falsely accused of rape.
Okay.
Grape. Sorry. The chances are he's more likely to have done it than not. And that's statistically backed.
Wow.
You're more likely to be raped by another man than you are falsely accused of rape.
No. You're talking about hang on, you're talking about the accusation. You're saying if a man is accused of it, he's more likely to have done it.
That's statistically backed.
Hang on.
What stat?
If you could Google it, have a look.
You're just sexist.
No, I'm asking
you're a misandrist. You're just up and down.
Okay, so I just want to understand what the claim you made is.
Okay, go on.
I don't think.
I just think if a woman come to me and said, "Look, I've been raped by this person," I would rather believe her and find out she's a liar than turn my back on her and believe a rapist.
True.
That's what there we are. That's what I'm saying.
What about your son?
What do you mean?
I would disagree.
If a woman came to you and said that your son...
But this is all situational because I could turn around to you and say, but that ain't never going to happen. Like, I don't know why you're trying
Why
to
would I just believe someone I don't know? That's stupid.
I never said you did.
They're telling the truth, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, but if that was true, then why don't the majority of girls that press charges, why don't they go to jail? If the evidence is there, they go to jail.
What, that a woman, if she's falsely accused, goes to jail?
No, I'm saying the majority of girls that press charges, it doesn't get taken to court. They don't go to jail.
Okay.
And so I'm saying why?
They've lied.
I think you're maybe missing the point in how much
I'm
please.
trying to understand the claim you're making.
This is what I'm trying to explain, that how much the system is set up to not listen to women. I know women that have been...
Me too. Me too is like one of the biggest music.
I tell you what.
Can you listen to me? I'm trying to tell you stuff to back my claims, but again, you're still not listening.
Go on.
I've known a woman to be abused by her police officer husband to go to court with evidence and it to be thrown out. I've known women to have been raped who have had to drive nearly 5 hours down the road to the country to be sat down by a policeman and tell her that they ain't interested in it. I've seen it. So I understand, again, because I'm traumatized, I'm not worth listening to, but at the same time, I can't understand. I can't understand that I've got all of this to say to you, and there's still the only man I've known to be falsely accused of rape. I knew rape someone. Sorry. So I know.
So it's not that it's not that we don't respect what you're saying.
Using anecdotal evidence when it's not backed by data.
But that's the same
with you. No, what I'm saying is backed by data because you can look at the number of women. You can look up the number of women that report a crime, and you can look up how many men were actually pressed charges, and it is not the majority. So I'm saying, like, you're just going based off of word. I'm going based off of evidence.
But that sometimes that doesn't. It's not looking at the bigger picture, though.
You don't know as a woman what it's like to be accused.
100%
of grape, right?
Of course.
And so, as a man, we understand that type of accusation, could destroy our whole life.
100%.
Yeah. If it is false, it can destroy our whole life. 100%. Right?
But then you've got.
So hang on. No, but hang on. As a man, as men here, if we get falsely accused of that, right? It doesn't even matter whether we've done it or not. The only thing that matters is that people believe it.
Yeah.
Right, in these days and times. So when we are asking for evidence of it, and you say, oh well, the majority of women that say it's happened to them. As a man, I'm thinking, but it hasn't been proven. And as a man, I'm gonna require some kind of proof to show that this thing has happened, because if I get falsely accused, I know that my life's finished. Every man here knows that if they get falsely accused, their life is finished. So wouldn't it just be more fair for there to be evidence to back up your claim?
But the thing is, I genuinely think it's out there on the internet. I ain't got a phone. I haven't got the numbers off my head. I said that. I'm sorry. I don't even know.
What do you want me to look up?
If you talk about grape statistics and false allegations.
False allegations. Is there a stat that I can look?
I think it was the grape crisis. I can't use my phone because.
Can I just say
to you? You can use it for this instance.
Let me see if I can find.
I think what we are seeing.
Can I just say that on this show before we spoke of a book called How to Destroy a Man, right? There's a book on Amazon that you can buy called How to Destroy a Man.
Was that there?
It's on Amazon right now, and it's a handbook for women. Yeah, actually, you can Google it right now. It's called How to Destroy a Man. It's a handbook to how women can leverage allegations and accusations, right, against men. Right, and it was actually published in 2018. So for
publicly or
it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Can I just say something?
The book was published.
Can I just say something?
It was allowed. I'm not trying to say. So if a book like that can be published as to how to destroy a man, who as men, think of us as men. We don't know who's read that book.
There's a market for that.
First of all, there's a market for it.
That's crazy.
Second of all, we don't know who's read it.
Can I just say